This is an article that I wrote for my Patreon back in February titled Concentration Camp USA, and it highlights the abuse of migrants held in ICE detention. And it outlines the inhumane conditions inside facilities across the country, such as Adelanto in California, Glades in Florida, and the Irwin County facility in Georgia. Detainees in these facilities faced medical neglect. They were exposed to harmful chemicals. Women were sexually harassed. And in the case of the Irwin facility, women were subjected to medical procedures that left them infertile, often without their consent. The conditions that detainees are forced to live in are often unhygienic. For example, in some of these facilities, detainees were forced to live in dormitories which were infested with mold, or forced to use shower facilities which were also infested with mold. None of this is new. The abuse of migrants is something that's been happening under ICE since it was founded under President George Bush, and it continued to happen under President Obama, President Trump's first term, and President Biden, and it continues now under Trump's second term. These conditions existed well before the system became overcrowded as it is now, but now with the system being over capacity, it's only gotten worse. And this might be hard to imagine, but the things that we don't need to imagine because we have firsthand accounts. Advocates recently visited two family detention centers in Texas, Dilley, which is run by Core Civic, and Carnes, which is run by Geo Group. These are two for profit prison companies. At one of these facilities, a mother stated that she was told to simply prepare her baby's formula using tap water, resulting in her child suffering from diarrhea for the next 3 days. A 16-year-old girl said that they don't have enough water, that they simply put out a little case and everyone has to run for it. Her little sister was even shoved out of the way by an adult trying to get to the water first. One family has a son who was undergoing cancer treatment. However, he missed his appointments after the family was arrested and states that their son is now showing signs of relapse. A 12-year-old boy with a blood condition was allowed to see a doctor while at one of these facilities. However, he was denied further testing even when his feet became so swollen that they were too painful to walk on. And all of this is happening while the Trump administration has stated that they now have a goal of 3,000 arrests per day. 3,000 people per day who are now going to be dumped into this already overcrowded system, a system that is already 40% over capacity by some estimates. So tell me, is this justice? This is what you voted for? These are families, these are children. And this isn't even touching on other overcrowded facilities, many of which are filled with people who do not have criminal backgrounds. Because remember, they said they were going to be going after the worst of the worst, right? They were going to get rid of the criminals. Instead, we get this. So tell me, is this what was going to make America great? And to those of you, US citizens who are going out and openly defying ICE, recording them, calling them out, chasing them out of your communities, thank you. Your direct action is making a difference. Because of you, there are people in your community who will not have to suffer through this hell. Keep going.